Okay, so one of the questions I get the most is, should I be shooting with zoom lenses or should I be shooting with prime lenses? Now, both are really good. They have pros and cons to each. I'll explain to you what I use and why I use them, and maybe some thoughts behind which ones you would want to purchase for your next lens option. But first, I'm gonna make some iced coffee. It's iced. Yeah, I'm reusing a Starbucks cup. Let's first talk about zoom lenses, why they're awesome. First of all, they're inexpensive most of the time. If you've bought a camera kit, whether that be a lower level, higher level camera kit, more than likely you've gotten some form of a zoom lens with that kit, which is really great because zoom lenses are extremely versatile. I mean, zoom lenses are awesome. You get a nice wide angle most of the time, depending on what you get a nice zoom. One lens can give you extremely wide angles, something like a 24 in most cases, and it can go all the way up to 70, 200, wherever it is that you want to go. I mean, one lens can do so many different things. So why would you do anything else than a zoom lens? And honestly, that's why it makes sense for camera companies to put these lenses into beginner kits, is because it gives you a nice variety between different focal lengths and how you can shoot with just one lens. I mean, I tell anybody who's getting into photo or video, if you can only afford one lens, get a zoom lens. And that would be my choice too. If I could only have one lens, I would definitely pick a zoom lens. Something like a 24mm to a 70mm f2.8 gets you pretty much all the main focal ranges from 24, 35, 50, and it gets you pretty close to something like an 85 focal length, and you'd be great. Have all the focal ranges like that. You only have one lens that can cover a lot of ground. There are a couple of downsides to some cheaper zoom lenses. If you get one that does not have a constant aperture, that means you're gonna have your aperture set to something at the widest, and then once you go into a zoomed in amount, the aperture is gonna automatically change. You do not have any control over it. If you pay a bit more, you can get some zoom lenses that have a constant aperture, most commonly something like an f4 all the way through, or an f2.8 in most cases. That means when you're on the wide end, it's going to be f2.8. When you zoom in all the way, it's also going to be f2.8. Zoom lenses are great because they're really like a Swiss Army knife. They can do so many different things, and they're perfect for video, they're perfect for photography, and also if anyone was getting into vlogging, I would definitely recommend you get yourself a zoom lens because of the versatility. Hello.
Hello, you will be getting a free wash today due to our grand opening event. You will be getting our triple for free.
Oh, okay, awesome. Sweet, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Free car wash. Does anyone else instantly feel like you're a kid again when you go to a car wash? So since I've been talking all this good stuff about zoom lenses, why would anybody ever want to buy a prime lens, right? And if you don't know what a prime lens is, prime lenses are a fixed focal length lens. That means you only get one focal length, that's it, nothing more, nothing less. I love prime lenses because they force me to be more creative. A lot of people who do photography, whether that be for weddings, for different events and stuff like that, they tend to really love prime lenses. And there's just something about the characteristics of a prime lens that I don't even know how to really explain it. It's just really awesome. One advantage that prime lenses do have over zooms is typically they have a lower aperture. So whereas most zoom lenses, the lowest you'll ever find is something like an f2.8, prime lenses pretty much always are starting at an f1.8. They could go all the way down to 1.4, 1.2, sometimes even less than that. Now, like I said, prime lenses do force you to be more creative. There is a really cool thing that happens just in the creative process where you're like, oh, I need a different look. And instead of just zooming in and out of the lens, you have to physically move yourself in the camera or your subject to switch up your composition. Even though prime lenses do force you into doing more creative things and moving the camera physically in your body, there are definitely some downsides, especially if you're in a place where you need to go wider or you need to go tighter, but you just can't physically do it. Prime lenses unfortunately can't help you out there. Can't tell you how many times I've been in a location, in a room, indoors, and I just wanted to get that little bit wider or that little bit tighter into a shot, but you're just stuck with what you got with the lens, and unfortunately it really forces you into being just that one-trick pony. So if prime lenses have the potential to leave you high and dry in a situation, then why the heck would you even get a prime lens? Probably my favorite thing about prime lenses is that lower aperture, mostly because I do a lot of shooting in lower light situations. And having that low aperture really helps to keep your ISO as low as you possibly can. Therefore, you are not introducing a bunch of noise and a bunch of artifacts into your photos or your video. Okay, so this begs the question, who are prime lenses for and who are zoom lenses for? Basically, I think that pretty much anybody would love to have a prime lens or a zoom lens. I mean, really, there is no wrong answer between prime or zoom. I think they both do really great for photo and for video. It's just different looks, different approach to how you use each lens depending on the scenario. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I primarily shoot prime lenses. I love them for all the reasons that I stated earlier, just low aperture, depth of field, forces me into more creativity, and it's a ton of fun. And if you've never used a prime, then I really encourage you to try one out. Pretty much all camera companies have some form of a really inexpensive 50mm f1.8 lens. I would really encourage you to start there. It'll give you a good feeling for prime lenses, how they operate, and how you can use them in a creative way. Now, if you are a prime lens shooter, maybe you only have one camera body, or maybe you just want one lens that can do a lot of different things, then I'd really encourage you to check out a zoom lens. Like I said earlier, a 24-70 2.8 is kind of the gold standard. It covers a large variety of focal lengths. It's a really good starting point. So final thoughts and wrapping this whole thing up, which lens do you choose? Zoom lens or prime lens? Honestly, for me, I think the answer is just yes, or both. Even though I shoot prime lenses primarily, I do feel like I'm going to go a little heavier into zoom lenses in the coming months, especially doing more vlogging type stuff. It'll just make my life a lot easier than having to fumble around with the different prime lenses. But I'm curious to know in the comments down below, what type of lens is your favorite? Do you prefer zoom lenses or do you love prime lenses? And let me know why you love those lenses in the comments down below. Well, hey, if you got some value out of this video, or if you were mildly entertained, why don't you go ahead and add some value right back to it by hitting that like button, and also consider subscribing to this channel for more regular content just like this. And don't forget to hit that bell icon, give it a little ring so that way you're notified every single time I post a new video. And until the next time, my name is Sopak, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.